style eh. Hindi ka pwedeng porket uso yung mag-slit lahat. Hindi pwedeng uso yung flowy na super duper flowy, magpo-flowy lahat. Hindi
Kasi in pasarela training, let's admit it, there's always that comparison with model, with how you walk as a model and as you walk as a beauty queen. So once and for all, how would you differentiate somebody who walks like a model and somebody who walks like a beauty queen?
when you walk, a model sells, clothes, right? So pag naglalakad sila, they don't have to, do anything extra for me. They just have to really walk and sell the clothes. They're like a moving mannequin. I think that's it. Hindi ako nag-aral sa fashion school, pero I have a friend nag-aral sa fashion school and sabi niya yung difference daw between pageant walk and modeling walk is that yun nga, sa pageant, you need to lock your knees. Sa modeling, you don't really have to, lock your knees or something like that. Pero sa pageant naman, the girl have to parang sell her overall. It's a performance. It's like dancing. You really have to perform. You have to showcase many things. Like you have to do, like what Catriona did. You have to do a slow-mo turn, or you have to do a something grand walk. Kailangan mo talaga maging unique when you're a beauty queen. So yun ang difference niya.
And so, which leads me to the other question that I want to ask you: is dancing important? Does having a dance background rather is very essential in when you do pasarela training?
It's not important, but it's an advantage. Minsan may disadvantage din ang pagiging dancer. Kasi I have few girls na train na nag-dance class before. I myself, I studied ballet for like 5 years. So yun talaga nag-advantage ko on how to balance, how to use high heels. So meron siyang advantage, but it's not really important. Sometimes yung mga dancers masyadong magalaw, so you have to control them. Sometimes sanay silang when like si Kelly Day, pag nag-move yung paa niya, mag-move lahat hanggang, so I have to control that. Meron namang mga girls na nag-ballet. So yung mga nag-ballet medyo stiff naman, medyo laging parang nakalock yung leeg nila. Meron akong girl na train before na, girl, you have to move a bit, hindi ka nagbaballet dito, nagpapasarela ka. So meron talaga siyang, advantage and disadvantages. But in my case kasi, I'm lucky na yung nanay ko is very supportive. So in-enroll ako sa ballet, sa cultural dancing. Ang dami kong pinag-enroll nung bata pa ako. So medyo naghalo-halo siya. I even enrolled sa hip-hop class before. So medyo nakokontrol ko siya. Yun.
Follow-up ko doon, Ian, how hard is it to train? So for example, kasi, well, sabi mo nga, you have a background, diba? And syempre, influences your style of training. Paano kapag halimbawa may mga students na medyo hindi makasunod agad-agad? How do you handle those situations?
Yes, ang hirap, sobra. To answer your question, mahirap siya. In a way na you have to adjust. And then, merong mga girls na nakikita mo na nag-improve. Pero if, let's say, for example, I have a module kasi, I just don't let the girls walk the entire time. I have week 1, we're gonna train this and that. And if I notice na there are still girls, let's say I'm training 5 girls, and 3 of them hindi pa makamove on sa module 1. The next week, we're gonna, siguro if it's a 2-hour session, yung first hour, we're still gonna work on the module 1 before we move on to the next module. So, again, hindi lang siya puro lakad. And also, aside from, knowing if they have background in dancing and all that, you also have to check their physical, if they have, like, eto, manabasa ko to, why is this girl not locking her knees? They don't know na this girl pala can't lock her knees kasi may problema yung knees niya. So you also have to ask the girls these questions na meron ka bang scoliosis? Meron ka bang napilay ka ba before? Kaya mo bang stretch yung knees mo? Kaya mo bang mag-point ng toes? So you really have to consider a lot of things. So it's really not just purely walking and walking and walking like what everyone is expecting. There will be times that we even have to sit down and talk to each other and, learn things na very important sa pasarela. Attorney JB knows that because he loves attending my class. We, we also have a module on how to come out from your, or how to let go of your inner fierceness. So that's attorney's favorite training. So may
I
mga
love that.
girls, yes, I love that too. May mga comments na bakit to si girl hindi masyadong fierce, hindi masyadong ganyan. You also have to consider their facial structure. Hindi lahat pwede mag-fierce. Alam yan ng mga Qrown members. Hindi lahat ng girls pwedeng laging nakasmile, right? So we really have to consider a lot of things in pasarela. It's really an overall performance. So
Ganun
ganun siya
pala.
kahirap.
So parang customizable depending on
Yes.
features of the girl.
That's
So it's
right. And
really
aside from that, there will be times pa na you have to adjust on what particular pageant they're joining, and you
ah,
have to consider pa if you have to cut it pa to two categories, swimsuit competition and gown competitions. There will be times that the girls needs to wear swimsuits pa in front of me, and not everyone is confident to wear swimsuit in front of, yung biglaan mag-swimsuit kayo. Sometimes the girls need to bring gowns, right? And it's really that hard. Sometimes I myself have to help the girls to look for gown templates na similar sa cut ng gowns nila. Tapos meron pa tayong Miss World Philippines na maraming challenges, like they have top model, they have beach beauty. So we really have to consider a lot of things sa pasarela. Hindi lang siya lakad. That's
sige,
how hard it
iyan
is.
natin yan mamaya sa mga general
Okay,
module.
okay.
No, so excited kami dito kay Ian. Ian, sa gown, for example, ang haba-haba nung gown, paano ba lumalakad sa mahabang gown? For example, yung kay Olivia Jordan nung 2015 sa Miss USA, ang haba ng gown niya, di ba? Anong tip mo doon? Tapos yung mga nadudulas-dulas nung prelim sa 2019 Miss Universe, may tips ka ba para hindi ka madulas?
Yes, meron. Una sa lahat, you need a very cooperative team. When I say team, that's going to be your stylist and your designer. And Aces and Queens, we are very lucky to have a very cooperative fashion designers. Pag sinabi namin, I think that we need to cut the gown a bit, they will cut it. Sometimes, in front of me, ikakat talaga yung gown. I experienced that. Nag-training kami with one girl, and then si girl talaga, kahit anong gawin namin, nadudulas talaga siya. So sabi ng designer sa akin, cut ko ba? Tapos sabi ko, yes, I think. Kuha siya nagunting, kinat niya in front of me. So that's one tip. You need a very cooperative designer. Second, you need to know your style eh. Hindi ka pwedeng porket uso yung mag-slit lahat. Hindi pwedeng uso yung flowy na super duper flowy, magpo-flowy lahat. Hindi pwedeng ganun. You need to know kung kaya mo ba yun. Of course, iti-train natin. Pero you yourself, you have to be honest kung style mo ba to. Kasi kung si girl, napilitan lang siyang suotin yung gown kasi feeling niya, yun yung sikat, yun yung trending. At aminin natin, meron din kasi tayong mga friends na minsan yung frustration nila dahil gusto nila yung flowy na gown, ibibigay nila sa mga girls. Even ako, may ganun ako minsan, pero sinasabihan ko yung girl, that's only for me. At the end of the day, ikaw bahala kung gusto mo ng flowy na gown, right? So if you know your style, if alam mo sa sarili mo na mas bagay sa'yo yung ganitong cut, of course, you have to do collaboration with our head stylist or your stylist. And then, usually pag gown ng usapan, hindi lang ako yan. Andun yung styling team, andun yung makeup, lahat, even si Attorney Javen nandun siya. And we will really look at it if mag-work yung gown. Kaya hindi lang one gown. Yun, another tip, don't prepare one gown. Prepare 2 gowns. And please, to all beauty queens out there, pag mag-prepare kayo ng 2 gowns, wag naman magkaiba yung kulay. Magkaiba naman sana yung cut at saka design para meron ka talagang options.
Okay. So yung mga finals gown din pala ay kasama, tinitrain talaga din kung paano ka, sinusubukan. Okay.
Yes, we
paano
have a
yung
final look training.
Iyan, paano yung uso pa ba yung mga bubuhusan daw ng kape, yung sapatos para hindi madulas? Ina-advise mo din ba yun?
Hindi ko nga alam yun.
Ganun
Sa
ba?
akin kasi iniinom ko yung kape. Okay. Pagdating sa sorry, coffee lover kami ni attorney. So, pag merong kape sa studio, that's for me or for attorney, not for the shoes. So, okay, one other tip. Sabihin mo sa akin kung, since ako yung trainer mo, sabihin mo sa akin kung kaya mo ba yung sapatos kasi kung hindi talaga, let's change it. Right? Huwag hindi porket naka 7 inches lahat. At saka never, kami sa Aces, we never, ayaw namin yung parang pinipilit si girl na kailangan mo ng ganitong shoes. Si girl talaga will tell us, hindi po kasi ako comfortable with strappy or hindi po ako comfortable with platforms. Ganyan. So, it's really more of, it's really more of being comfortable. Walang busan ng kape or sayang naman yung kape kung ibubuhas.
So, partner,
But I think,
I'll go. I think.
but I
Attorney Jane.
think, yeah, but I think Ian highlights an important point about having a team. Is that when you have a team, you'll have so many different opinions. But the important thing is that at the end of the day, the queen should take charge of her journey. That even if you have mentors around you, yes, you listen to your mentors, but you need to have a vision for yourself. And you need to be able to fight for your vision also, because we're not the ones who's going to be standing on the stage, answering the questions, walking the pasarela. We're not the ones who's going to be wearing the gown. So you have to be comfortable at every step of the process, and therefore all of the choices that you will make for the pageant.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. I totally agree. I think